everybody, I am here today with a very strange fruit, something that I didn't even know about until just recently. This right here is the Yucca. No relation to the Yucca. Not related to that whatsoever. This is Yucca, as in the Beast of Yucca Flats, starring Tor Johnson. That kind of yucca. So today, I'm excited to try this because this was described to me as being kind of like a blackberry jam. And it certainly feels like this thing is full of blackberry jam. You can see how much that gives. And this, by the way, was sent to me by Walker and Julia over at Green Knoll Farms. Walker, Julia, thank you. Thank you so much. This one looks really cool. And when Julia first told me about this, I thought that Yucca has a fruit to it that I could eat. Apparently that is not the case. Many parts of the yucca are actually very poisonous, so you don't want to eat a yucca fruit. Yucca, however, has many edible parts. You can eat the fruit, I believe you can eat the stems of it, and the seeds can be used to make a flour, or so I've heard. And it's edible unripe too, but when it's unripe you want to cook it, from what I understand, but if you want to eat it raw, you can eat it raw too. It's just you would want to wait until they are super squishy like this one. When I was doing research on this to find a little bit more information, I kept finding this reference on like survival YouTube channels and survival blogs. So like this is something that is very popular if you're like out roughing it in the desert, because not only can you eat all these different parts of it, the roots of this I believe are used to make a soap, and you can make rope out of the leaves, I think. So this is one that you might want to know about if you have any possibility of being stuck in a desert. That doesn't really say much to the flavor though, although you can live off of it. Does it taste any good? So today we're gonna find out about that. The inside of this thing is like blacker than black. It looks like black strap molasses with little seeds in there. It's actually very seedy. I believe you can eat the seeds, however, you might want to strain them out just because of the clash of textures there. But yeah, looks really cool. And although it looks black in the pod, as you can see here, it's actually more of a very dark purple. Hi, well, I'm at the beach right now. Why? To tell you about Wren. Not that Wren over there, no. That Wren over there. Wren is a website that will help you help the environment. Whether you like it or not, every day we do things that are harmful to the environment. Driving a car, running too much electricity, buying too much crap. Well, not to worry guys, Wren is a simple way to help make a difference. Wren's online calculator will estimate just how big your carbon footprint is, and then it'll give you options to fund projects that will help offset that footprint. I'm talking projects that will reforest areas, protect the rainforest, stuff like that. Wren will even send you updates to show you just where your money is going and how it's making a difference. I tried it myself and it's quick, it's easy, it literally took like 5 minutes to do, and it helps save the planet. So if you want to do something to help the environment and you're not sure where to go, definitely check out wren.co. I put a link in the description below, and if you click that link, that referral link there, then Wren will actually protect 10 extra acres of rainforest. 10 acres, so there's no reason not to click that link. So Check it out, guys, and thank you, Ren.co, for sponsoring this video. Alright, I guess there's only one way to do this, right? That's good! It's very sweet. On a scale of 1 to 10, where 10's a sugar cube, this is like an 8. And I hear if you bake it, it gets even sweeter. So you might be actually getting up to sugar levels of sweetness. It is full of seeds, though. So there's one of the seeds. They're very flat. They're very dark. Maybe a little bit like, I don't know, like a flaky apple seed or something. The tartness on this is fairly low. I would give it like a 1 out of 10, maybe. Like it's like a little bit there, I think. Kind of like the tartness that you would get from an apple. One thing with this, though, is that it is bitter. It's not strongly bitter, but there is a little bit in there, which I think also goes away when you cook it. So I'm going to bite into a couple of those seeds to see if they taste like anything. No, the seeds are not bitter. They don't taste that negative or anything. I think this is the sort, and they're soft enough where you could just like bite through this and just eat the seeds with it. It's kind of a clash of textures, but it tastes okay. And it's so soft that you can actually spread this on bread. It is like jam inside of a fruit. That's pretty impressive. This would be a good one for like raw foodists and fruitarians that don't cook their food, because this is like straight out of the pod. It is like a jam. But those seeds do get in the way. You might want to put it through like a food mill. I want to say that this is like eating blackberry jam because it looks so much like blackberry jam and is described to me as being like blackberry jam. But I don't think that's exactly it. It maybe has like a little bit of a berry flavor to it, but it's a milder berry flavor. Maybe a little bit more like a blueberry than a blackberry. And I'd also say it's got a touch of like a molasses flavor and something like a milder fruit, maybe like a plum. And it is quite good. That is a really, really tasty fruit. It's something that I would not just eat if I'm starving in the desert. This is something that I would seek out. That little bit of a bitterness might turn some people off, but if you like fruit that has a touch of a bitterness to it, that would be good. Or, you can cook with it. I've mentioned that people will put this in the oven in order to bring out more sweetness and kill some of the bitterness. My oven is actually not working today. So I want to try to cook this, so we're going to do something that maybe is not the best idea. So to be safe, first I'm going to just pierce that a couple times so it doesn't explode. Ooh. Yeah, so that definitely cooked, and it did come out a little bit, but so piercing it was a good idea. I like it better raw. When you cook it, it brings out a little bit of like a pumpkin sort of flavor, or like a sweet potato flavor. A little bit, like a little bit of like starch got cooked in there or something. But the bitterness is not any different. Maybe it's better if you put it in the oven, but in the microwave, I prefer it raw. That's it. This is a really, really bizarre fruit. It looks weird. It tastes weird. The use for it is really interesting. It's not just something that would be useful if you are going out into the desert. This would be a useful thing just to have. Thanks once again to Walker and Julia over at Green Knoll Farms. I'll put their contact information in the description below in case you want to contact them and see what they have available on their farm. Other than that, I will see you next time. Bye-bye. I would like to give a very, very special shout out to Chance and Jack. Chance and Jack are dogs, but they are also patrons. Not just any patrons, super patrons over on patreon.com. Yeah, you do not need to be a human to support this channel, guys. If you like what you're watching and you want to help me out, take a look at the description below. And again, Chance, Jack, you're good dogs. Thanks a lot.